A Blanket for Molly by Phyllis Nuszer, illustrated by Michael DeLeo. When Molly was in her mommy's tummy, her mommy made Molly a wonderful blanket. It was soft and warm, the color of sunshine and blue sky. When Molly was born, Mommy wrapped Molly in the blanket and whispered softly, "May you always remember blessings from above and the warmth of my love." Molly loved her blanket. She carried it everywhere, to the park, in the car, to the store, to Grandma and Grandpa's house, and of course, to bed. One day, Grandma looked at the blanket and said, "Molly, sweetie, your blanket's getting awfully raggedy. Do you really need it anymore? How about a nice new blanket?" Molly clutched her blanket tightly and whispered, "No!" And she ran to Mommy, who smiled and said, "Come with me." Mommy took out her scissors, needle, and thread, and soon the blanket was almost like new, just a little smaller. And Mommy wrapped it around Molly, kissed her, and said, "May you always remember blessings from above and the warmth of my love." Molly carried her smaller blanket everywhere, to the park, in the car, to the store, to Grandma and Grandpa's, and of course, to bed. When Molly was older, Daddy looked at the blanket and said, "Molly, honey, that blanket's awful raggedy and dirty. Do you really need it anymore?" Molly held her blanket behind her and whispered, "No!" And she ran to Mommy, who smiled and said, "Come with me." And Mommy took her scissors, needle, and thread, and soon Molly had a soft pillow, the color of sunshine and blue sky. She gave it to Molly, kissed her, and said, "May you always remember blessings from above and the warmth of my love." Molly carried her pillow with her in the car and slept with it every night. When Molly was older, her aunt said, "My goodness, that pillow's raggedy, Molly dear. Don't you think it's time to get rid of that old thing?" Molly hugged her pillow, shook her head, and ran to Mommy, who smiled and said, "Come with me." And Mommy took her scissors, needle, and thread out, and soon Molly had a small stuffed bear with a body of faded sunshine and pale blue sky. And Mommy handed the bear to Molly, kissed her, and said, "May you always remember blessings from above and the warmth of my love." Molly took her bear to preschool, in the car, and to bed every night. When Molly was 5, her brother said, "Are you going to take that ratty old bear to kindergarten with you?" Molly frowned, ran to Mommy, who smiled and said, "Come with me." She took her scissors, needle, and thread, and soon she had a small square of the blanket. Giving it to Molly, she said, "You can keep this in your backpack if you need it." And then she kissed Molly and said, "May you always remember blessings from above and the warmth of my love." Molly kept the blanket piece in her backpack, but after a while, she forgot about it. Molly grew up, and one day she had a baby of her own. And Molly's mother was a grandma now, and she brought a blanket for the new baby. It was the color of sunshine and green grass, but in the middle of the blanket was a small heart, the color of faded sunshine and pale blue sky. Molly smiled and wrapped her baby in the new blanket and said, "May you always remember blessings from above and the warmth of my love." Here's a place to put a piece of your blanket when you don't need it anymore, to remember your own blessings from above and the warmth of love. A Blanket for Molly. Book available on Amazon.